that's well, the guy in the truck doesn't run me over. That's a little bit unusual, but it's something that actually does happen. And I just realized yesterday when I was out driving with my wife, I've never been down this road. And this road is called Moxley Road. Now, the hard part, very, very bumpy. The hard part is trying to find it. I think I just found it right here. Now, it says it has no exit, but I think there actually is one. Now, this road was your typical country road, and then it got crossed by an extension, I'm going to say, of Rock Road, and because of that, they actually stopped part of the road. I don't know why. This has happened long before me, so it's always been this way as far as I'm concerned, but I happen to be on Google Maps looking it up, and I go like, whoa, this is definitely different. Well, maybe it is closed. Google Map thing showed it as being a dirt road. We'll take a look. Oh no, I think you can still... Yeah, you know what's happened here is I think the locals have said, nah, you can't close our road, and they just drove out through here. So you can see the road goes that way. I really don't know why it was closed, because like it's not like it's the only place we ever had a roads crossed diagonally. It's like, so the road would normally come through here and go this way. So I'm going to go around and meet the road at the other end. So I'll just fade out this stuff and fade back in. Okay, so you can see right here, this is where the road would have hooked up to it, and it just, you can't see you through the bush and that, but that's basically, you know, a couple hundred yards, a couple hundred meters is where the Brock Road cuts across the old Moxley Road that doesn't exist through there anymore. Let's just turn the boat around. At least, unlike a lot of places, it's actually flat here. It's not a very long road, and that might have been one of the reasons why I didn't bother doing a nice road thing, but it just, when I realized it got cut in half, I'm going to say probably in the last 30 years, it's like, huh, interesting. Now, over to the side here is Lafarge, which is a concrete company. This is one of their quarries, and the quarry's probably been here for 50, 60 years. And a lot of times when you hear me complaining about gravel, this is where it was dumped from a truck that was slightly overloaded as they pull it to a stop sign, or they go around a corner and the stuff falls off. And I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's little bits of gravel everywhere here. Well, this is the other side of the road, and I don't think it's very long, but you can tell this is an old school country road. It's barely 2 cars wide. Now, of course, in England, you guys would call it a motorway, but you know, this is what I tend to think of when I think of country roads when I was growing up. You notice there's not a yellow line painted down the middle saying, you know, this is the left and the right side of the road, because if you live in a country, you know that sort of stuff. And yeah, the houses from the 60s and the 50s. Farm field across the road. Trees that were probably planted like they were like little shrubs when they were planted when the house was built. Yeah. Now everything out here is like the first clue. If you don't see any fire hydrants, that means there's no water service from the city, which means that the people are on a well or a cistern, which is just basically a giant water tank, and their waste and whatnot is in a septic tank. And when you have a septic tank, there's rules as to how much square acreage you need, or hectares now that we're in metric land, but you have to have X amount of, you know, square feet, meters of property for a proper septic bed and whatnot to have a house built, along with passing the requirements for the land, because you can have 100 acres if it's on rock. You can't have a septic system without having to, you know, spend a lot of money changing the rock into something that will actually drain if you can. So this is the end of Moxley Road. Again, it's not a spectacular road, but it was just sort of interesting that it was 30 plus years ago. It was sliced down the middle with another road being extended. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it.